Retired journalist Dr. Kemi for Kemi Talks Media. Monday, the 12th of May, 2025. We have breaking news coming out of the United States in Los Angeles. I'm hearing that one of my mentorees, some of you know this from my days in Canada, that I mentored Tory Lanez. Daystar Peterson has been stabbed in prison. As most of you know, Daystar is serving a 10-year sentence for the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. They were dating at the time. If you guys remember that quarantine radio show that he did during the pandemic when we were locked down, and I started the Nigerian version, Quarantine Radio NG, and I'll bring celebrities in. Remember all that? Remember the one episode that Megan showed up almost half naked behind him inside his house, and we were like, oh my God, this is crazy. That moment I knew that something is very wrong. You know what I mean? I just knew that relationship was never going to work out. They had the ups and downs, and Tory ended up shooting her in the leg. There was a very lengthy trial. Tory was found guilty. The one reporter that covered it in depth, Megan, they call her now Megan the reporter, but it was so transparent that even I, as someone that knew Tory Lanez, I met Tory as a rapper in Toronto, Canada, and I saw the potential in him, and I saw that he could do very well, and he was really looking to be signed. So he got signed with Sean Kingston's label. At that time, Sean was the big person. Now, Sean is a fraudster and is locked up and all the other bad things that have happened with him. But Tory signed with Sean Kingston, a way to get into the U.S. market, I guess. And later on, he left and he started his own nice little independent label. But, you know, with fame comes guns, drugs, everything. But not everybody goes that direction. You know, I was really sad that the trial ended up with him being sentenced to 10 years. So he was stabbed today by another inmate. That's what I'm learning. And most of what I'm learning is coming from the 3 Mile Zone, TMZ. You know, and the 3 Mile Zone is saying that there's no word of his condition and there's no word on the other inmates. This is very serious. So I made some calls around, retired journalists. I tried. I made some calls around to some of the entertainment reporters and music reporters that I know over there. And one of them told me some really bad stuff. According to him, you know, Nigerians don't start to, it's now you say Kemi said. Another reporter told me Tory is really in bad shape. They've rushed him to the hospital. So at this hour, which is going to be 18:25 in Nigeria, 6:25, 12th of May, Monday evening, Tory Lanez was stabbed in prison today by another inmate. Please don't ask me how they stab each other in prison, but you know, prison is a place where anything could be a weapon. And if you're in federal prison, you know, you don't have as much bars behind you. You know what I mean? You still have to eat with forks and knives and stuff. Even though a lot of the cutlery is plastic, you can still stab somebody. But I heard it's really bad. I hope he's okay. I hope he survives. But once again, Tory Lanez, rapper Tory Lanez, stabbed in prison today. I'm wishing him good luck. I'm wishing him to get well soon. I hope he survives this. I'll give you any updates as I have it. I'm Dr. Kemi for Kemi Talks Media. Tory was one of my mentorees. I did a lot of promotion for him. I forgot to say that. When we were in Toronto, I would go to all his concerts. I would cover. I just gave him a lot of visibility. Hip Hop, the famous Canadian blog, that was my blog. You know, the same way that Drake gave me a demo. They all give me demos. They invite me to the events, the video shoots, everything. And that's how I knew Tory. And pretty much, let me go dig some pictures out for you at the end of this video. So I'll update you with anything new. When he's dead. I'm looking for it in 2010. When a young kid, now he's like a big one.
guy.
Shout my nigga Bieber in the cut. Yo, you know what's crazy? What?
Look at both of them. Crazy and just like little boys when I introduced both of them.
You were on live. Like, I didn't throw this song on randomly. I was already listening.
Yo, for that video.
That's great. Yo, I want everybody to know something real quick before, like, I even say anything. Bieber was the first person, before Sean, actually. Bieber was the first person ever actually noticed me. The first I noticed you when you were doing rap battles in Toronto. The first tour I ever seen in life was the Justin Bieber tour. I want everybody to know that. It was the My World 2.0 shit. What's up with you, boy? How you doing? Good. I'm back home in Canada. Where are you? I'm in Miami. I'm trying to stay safe. Yeah, it's crazy out here. Same. I'm low key kind of scared, but you know I'm trying to stay safe and just chill out. Well, you know what it says in the Bible. It says what does it say about fear, babe? What is that one verse about fear? It says
it's rolling blunt.
I'm not a bro. It talks about not being afraid in the Bible. Okay, I'm not gonna verse it is. Yo, you know what's crazy? My dad is a preacher, so there be moments where I be having them same type of moments where it be like, yo, Dad, what's that verse about? What's that verse about fear? Like, what's that? Yeah, no, exactly. But, bro, like, are you doing? Like, what are you doing right now to stay
Two of my best
what are you doing
singers
to stay healthy,
before they
stay
blew,
away from
Justin
everything?
Bieber and Tory Lanez.
I'm just home. I'm just
Kemi
hanging, playing video games and watching movies and stuff. What about you?
My
I think I'm damn near doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I've been with my son, but today.